morning, everyone.
Yo.
Let me live another day.
Yo, late as fuck, as usual, you know me.
My name
Good to see you guys, good to see ya.
We're cursed once again.
Read me for a simple and unconvoluted run idea that I do not believe you've done before. I call lies. Reach a 3 nightmare streak. 3 nightmare streak? You guys want to do a little bit of 3 nightmare wins? Yeah. Would you guys be, do you guys like watching win streaks, or would you guys be interested in seeing like some win streaking? Not that I'm going to go farming wins today necessarily, but maybe if we could work in some kind of like nightmare win streaking where we just like try to slowly push along the nightmare win amounts, but maybe we do it like slowly over like a long period of time rather than grinding it out like all at once. Not like we would see mini. Oh, come on. I love the idea of win streaks over mini streams. Okay, we can make that happen. No skip, no overworld, nightmare win streaking. Yeah, I like that one too. That if I was to do nightmare, I think that's the way to approach it. It's the most fun version, at least. Just don't forget the milk flask. I think win streaks build suspense. Yeah, exactly. I do like that. I like that too. The problem is, if we're doing win streak and stuff, it doesn't exactly, like, once you get a couple wins in, you're not one to be like, you know, chat's like, do a fungal shift. It's like, you know, no, hell no. How about streak runs with 2 fungal shifts no matter what? What? Now you're trying to add levels to this. Layers on top of it. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to try this. I don't know how this is going to work. Let me... Let's just jump into nightmare mode. Let's begin our journey into the win streaking world. We'll feel it out. Noita Nightmare... What's called Noita Nightmare Run. Let's just do that. And we have to close it before we can begin the run. So bets are open. We're just doing a basic nightmare run to get us in the mood. Honestly, you know, it's going to take me a little bit to get in the mindset of like, hey, I need to lock in such a way that we can sprinkle in a nightmare run regularly without taking up the whole stream, but also without just speed running to the end because that's too risky. I don't know. We'll try this out. I don't know. I'll have to feel things out. It'll take a little while to decide on how we're going to approach this. So this is kind of like the first run just to do it. Turn this off. This, if you're curious, nightmare bets have to close quickly because what happens is you get perks and wands at the beginning, and that gives away a lot of information. So holy shit, I could have died instantly. That'd have been pretty funny. What's the challenge? You're just trying to get a win in Nightmare. That's all. No, there is no milk involved in it. I heard that GTA 6 is getting delayed because Rockstar devs are trying to unionize. Can you slow down with the DunkBot 2.0 roadmap? I'll see what I can do there, Juniper. I'll see if I can slow it down for you. All right, bets are closed. No going back. This is a blessed start.
Ooh, spin.
A little bit of spin. In the style where they say no overworld for the nightmare win streakers, that even includes the little orb at the top of the mountain? I assume it does, right? No orb, okay. Noted. Let me put these here. Guess we're gonna move these here. This is how we're starting. Let's get to it. I also need to... Ooh. I also need to get some water because we have Chaotic Poly at the start. Yeah, melee immunity is real nice. What do we, ooh, chest right off the bat. The hell? That one up warping TNT. That's a little disappointing. Is a 33 orb run possible in Nightmare mode? Wiki is kind of sparse. So basically the regular Nightmare world generation only allows you to get up to 21 orbs. But you can go to New Game Plus. And when you're in Nightmare mode and go into New Game Plus, the World Gen uses the regular New Game Plus World Gen, which allows for 33 orbs. So technically, you can do a 33 orb Nightmare run by going into New Game Plus and getting the different World Gen. You still are in Nightmare mode because the enemies still have the buffs and the potential of Nightmare mode. It's just the World Gen is just the traditional New Game Plus World Gen. World Gen is what decides which orbs you can get, because if the world doesn't generate in the location for, you know, 33 orbs, then you just can't do it. And the regular Nightmare mode, they just didn't put the, they didn't set it up in such a way that you can get to beyond 21 orbs. Didn't grab water? Oh, thank you. I emptied out the flask and then ran off. Let me real quickly... Guy's being annoying. Okay, I'll do that, and that'll be blowing up while I get the water. Glitter bombs, not really excited for that. Drop some water in here, stir it up, and now we have lots of water. Homebringer, not hyped for that one either. Are we muted? No? Can't you hear yourself? I literally just heard screaming. How do you not hear that?
I'm probably gonna get yelled at for this, but it's okay. It's nice to see Dunk have a higher viewer count ranting about chainsaws than Pirate Software ranting about how long he's worked at Blizzard DNK back.
Oh shit, hold on. I'm about to get myself in trouble here. Oh, melee immune, actually. So, since I'm melee immune, we could sit here forever farming these. Chat, don't be annoying. I will have to mute the bot. I could sit here forever just farming these things, in case you're curious. You can get an infinite amount of gold. But, yeah, there's no reason to do all that. iRage, thanks for the love. Listen, he's still a large streamer. He's still a much larger streamer than I am. There's no doubt about that. It's funny how quickly the internet turns on somebody, because I swear you guys used to be linking clips from him all the time. Be like, did you hear this information? Did you hear this? And then now you guys are like, fuck that guy. You gotta stay off the internet's bad side, that's for sure. And for the love of God, use your monogen. That's what I've learned as a streamer. Does New Game Plus Nightmare spawn the wand clump still? I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I mean, I haven't spent a lot of time in New Game Plus Nightmare. I've gone to it before to do a 33 orb run, but I don't remember a lot of details on it. I just remember doing it. Like enemies, like mobs still got the perks and stuff. I think everything was just the same. The mask comes off because he was regurgitating what he was saying. It's just like, you know, the internet is passionate, right? So early on, or whenever he first got his, like, you know, we started to pop off and stuff, you guys were linking clips from all the time, and it was like, all right, chill. You guys are a little too excited. And then now, whenever you guys are upset about him, you're like, fuck that guy. I'm like, all right, a little too angry. You gotta bring it somewhere into the middle. Fucking centrist. I'm just saying, it's healthier that way. His positivity towards game devs was nice, but his arrogance was not nice. Yeah, he's definitely got a bit of an ego on him. But, you know, hopefully, people learn from their mistakes. Hopefully, he'll can turn a positive experience from it all. Let's hope. A bunch of people who sucked his nutsack feeling betrayed when they didn't like the taste after all. It's just ups and downs. It's okay to enjoy, for anybody out there who watches them, it is okay. Okay to enjoy certain aspects of a person's content and not other aspects. For example, most of chat loves it when I sit on the front screen, you know, no gameplay, just chatting. And then a few of the people like the Noita gameplay. There can be certain elements you prefer. What do you mean? Why are you laughing at that? That's for real, Quantum. That's for real, my dude. Nuh-uh. You love it. You love it. Chat especially loves it when I give my food takes. Those are their favorites. It's wild that his former roommate from Blizzard snitched on him for being a slob and screaming at people at some game at 3 a.m. To be fair, I am screaming at people all the time at 3 a.m. while I'm playing Dota with my brother. I'm like, you piece of shit! Why didn't you stun? What the fuck? Please, enemies. But there's been no wand clumps so far. Just piss in his Lego box next time. Well, okay. Alright. Luckily, my goat streamer Dunk not arrogant like that. The only thing you and Pirate have in common are the coding speed and the hairline. wait a second. The hairline? Does Pirate also get bald jokes? Doesn't he have a lot of hair? Will Dunkbot 2.0 get your Fox Girl VTuber skin working again? What the hell kind of world do you guys want to live in? You want to live in a world where instead of this beautiful male model you're seeing down in the corner of the screen right now, you instead see a AI Fox Girl? Sounds like a cursed world. Pirate has length, Dunk has girth. Huh? Yes.
Smash.
You chose wrong, okay? For your own benefits, I've chosen correctly for you. You're sticking with the very sexy male model. You're welcome. Pirate X Dunk collab win. Yeah, I would listen. The main reason I would pass on that is because I like to let you guys goof around and joke around and just do whatever. And
If I can't smash the Fox Girl, what about the sexy male model?
wait, hold up now. We pretend we didn't hear that. The reason for not just Pirate, but any streamer out there, I'd be a little nervous, is they'd have to be very familiar with my community. Otherwise, they'd be like, oh shit, I'm being attacked. I'd be like, no, that's just, they're feral. That's just how they are. Holy shit! And I know you guys would be joking relentlessly. I'd probably end up getting fucking banned on Twitch for bullying. I'd be like, they were just making jokes. We're nice? Okay, now I know it. You're delusional at the very least. Ooh. I like this. Lay that down just for a second, but I think we're... Oh no, please don't have nukes or some shit on that. Ow, he hit me. Alright. You know what we could do? Pretty basic. I could do for now, though. Oh my gosh. That could have gone really badly. If you don't know, death crosses have a built-in homing effect. That makes them quite dangerous. Ow. Well, I guess it's a good thing I don't have like a thick wind streak going right now, otherwise this could have been ugly. The freeze is nice, it's just we don't have a setup to use it right now. Unless... What if we went with a higher damage build? But it's going to be much slower. Even put the electricity on there if we wanted to. Wait, what the hell? Oh, it's a shuffle? Son of a bitch, I thought it was a non-shuffle. Well, that's disappointing. We could swap this, but now this is going to suck. Because the mana pool is trash. What does ice do for you if the ground gets frozen? I'm not really looking for the ground to get frozen. I'm looking to freeze enemies. When an enemy gets frozen, they literally freeze in place. And if you want, you can even melee them, which will almost insta-kill them. Most of the time it'll insta-kill them, or it'll leave them with 1 HP. The freeze is a huge... See, like this guy right here? See how we're freezing him? He's not doing his moves, because he's busy being frozen. He's kind of stuck. But the ground being frozen, that really doesn't, you know... I mean, I guess if you had lava on the ground, you'd like it, because then you could freeze the lava on the ground and it's solid and won't burn you. Could you get someone to mod you in a challenge, like every time you take damage, you lose a random spell, and then have to beat all bosses or something? Every once in a while, we do little things like that, little gimmicky kind of content creator runs. We do them from time to time. I would say that idea that you threw out, that was pretty original. I like that's a pretty cool one. But for the most part, I usually don't do too much modded stuff just because... I don't know, I feel like when I do modded stuff in general, people don't like it as much as the vanilla, just because Noita already has so much going on and so much to do that when you start to load up mods, you lose a chunk of interest, a chunk of people for, you know, their interest of whatever the challenge is. Ooh, baby. A good challenge for YouTube video would be the milk quest. You've never done it before? Alright, you're making up your own quest now. I know it's November, you're excited, but I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I really wish you guys could see this.
Freeze. Double, actually no, triple. This. Hey, what about that? What's that got on it? Ooh, a redo spread. We do want that. You don't remember the milk and frog in the cauldron quest? Now you guys are making stuff up. I mean, it's a self-imposed quest, I guess you could go on. Not taking the rock? You think so? You think I'll regret it? Like I'll get homing or something and then be like, oh, if only I had the rock. I shouldn't have been so aggressive. Gotta be more chill. Gotta remember that all damage types hurt more. So even stuff like fire damage will burn more, it hurts more. I gotta make sure I don't get chipped away too much. Oh great, that guy has a wand that could be deadly. Let's go say hi to him. Since we're currently on a 0 streak. What could go wrong? Dude, there's a lot of these guys around. Isn't there an enemy just right there? Oh, it's just a torch. What do you think about no prediction month, where you tried as much challenge as possible for the YouTube content? A no prediction month, as in like no betting at all, no gamba stuff for the chat for the whole month? I think they would riot. Oh, the exclamation mark no prediction month. I thought you meant like don't do any predictions. As in a month for the doubters. Listen, we've had some rough TI runs lately. Haven't the doubters gotten enough? Those greedy bastards. Ban solar? Yes, I agree. Ban solar. There's an egg. I am just checking to see if there's anything interesting in here. Doesn't look like it. Oh well, let's go to the mountain and then we can do our second shop of the day. No Fox Girl month. I reject this idea.
Do it.
Ooh, teleports. Some stuff here. Not bad, not bad. Alright, shop is going to open in a moment. Let me just get everything sorted. Oh man, there's so many decisions to make. So little time. I didn't mean no, exclamation mark, no month, no prediction, so that you would less pussying out of crazy ass run ideas. Oh, so he really, okay, well, first off, pussying, come on now, I am pressured into not doing the crazy ideas because chat says they'll risk their streaks. I am the victim in this scenario. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the oil blood. Alright, well, I'm just gonna start pushing forward. I think we're okay. I need to heal up. Slurp. Let's see what our second zone is. We can collapse the mountain since we have Tinker. Our second zone is... looks like a snowy depths. Looks like we're getting a snowy depths. Throw that away. Ooh. We have got some loots. I guess we could hold on to that. You never know. You never know. I do not want any of this. So at the end of Zone 1, Dunk has teleports in a boss killer. So what are we thinking? How long he's gonna stall this run? I gotta be smart about it, right? Can't just go sprinting to my death. Oh yeah, we could run Homing Rock. Well, we have limited charges though. Oh! And this is why we want the freeze on there. Keep that boy under control. Good thing I have glass cannon, otherwise I'd have been done, son. What's this guy doing right here? Ooh. In fact, I would like to swap things up a little bit. Okay, it's our new... Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Got this. I guess we could swap these with this. The quad, more electricity. Sure, why not? Spitter timer's kind of interesting. Kind of. Only kind of. Keep having to disarm the wands to make sure that no enemy grabs it and craps on me with it. This guy had something. I think it's more digging bolts. Nah, we don't need that. Yesterday I found an alchemic precursor in random new game, but that's not the main thing. I killed almost all the enemies in the coal mines and then go to the Holy Mountain and just fucked up and it crashed, then immediately go to the next Holy Mountain and there was a pacifist chest. What the fuck is this about? If you collapse a Holy Mountain, it resets your kill count, and if you go to another Holy Mountain, since your kill count was reset at the last Holy Mountain, you get a pacifist chest. So essentially, anytime I want to get a pacifist chest in a run, the way to approach it, like if I was doing it in this run right now, let's pretend I wanted to get a pacifist chest. What I would have done is whenever I'm leaving this mountain, I intentionally do not collapse it. Like I jump by like this to not collapse it, but obviously it's already collapsed, but pretend it wasn't. So I skip that. I go kill enemies, do whatever I want to do, and then say, okay, now I'm ready to go to the next Holy Mountain. But before I go to the next mountain, what I would do is I would then move here, collapse the mountain, kill count goes to 0, then I jump to the next Holy Mountain, and it'll say, oh, here's a pacifist chest. And you'll be like, wait, but I've killed many people. It's like, yeah, you did kill many people, but then you reset it before you loaded in the new Holy Mountain. I guess. Hello? Guess we'll just upwarp our way out. It's being weird. Put that there. Sure. Let me out.
Gotcha, bitch.
So something's happening to this thing that it's, there it goes. Finally. I was gonna say, it was like a piece of the ice was holding it up that was stuck inside of it or some shit. Who knows? It was being very weird. I think if we would have spammed the teleport eventually, we would have upwarped through the middle. I don't think I wanted to, though. Yay, a worm. So we freeze the worm, and then we kick him. And he drops a heart. Thank you, worm. Quite useful. Though probably should have taken the freeze off and shot him for a little bit. That way we could get some of that high quality worm blood. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about a glass cannon sniper. Every time I see that red, you know, laser, I'm like, oh boy, he has glass cannon. I can sense it. Okay, so if we want to kill this guy faster, what we do is we take off the freeze, because the freeze actually heals him. And yeah, you try to... I think in general we still were doing more damage than we were healing, but it just takes forever. Instead, just remove the freeze for a moment, shoot him with that, easy peasy. Oh my god!
You can't handle my strongest goldfish.
Yikes-iola. Glad that's over with.
Just to be clear, that would have insta-killed me, because you gotta remember we're in nightmare mode. Nightmare mode explosions are more than double. Or, no, they are double. So that propane tank would have hit for over 200 damage. It would have been, George says 232 damage. Yeah, we're not surviving that one, even at full health. Was a bit too close.
I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drunk.
Ooh, look at what we have right here, though. So remember, in nightmare mode, like, you don't really know the biomes that well. You don't know what's coming up. You have to just explore and find out how the world generated, because there's randomness to it. And it seems we are getting a fungal caverns to the left of Snowy Depths, which is pretty cool. I like it. All do we have going on over here? A lot of silly stuff. Damn it. Okay, I was just kind of fucking around. I didn't realize he was going to tank that much. I was like, screw it, I'm just going to kick him. I thought he would die after just a little burst. I didn't even think it was necessary to freeze kick. I underestimated his health bar, didn't I? That swapper in there is trouble. A random stray shot hits him just right. Then we will be screwed. Random stray bullet could bounce into the swapper, swap me into just the heart of craziness. Yikes, there's Berserkium and a missing wand to my left. A stray Robocop can kill you in 0.2 seconds? Yeah. But I'm like, maybe I don't push much deeper in there. Yeah, we'll check out what else is going on. Fungal Caverns, though, is one of the better world gens to get here, because they can give you some pretty bad ones. Like, you can end up with an early power plant, and you basically just have to run for your life, because the enemies coming from it are dangerous. Alright. Ooh, I did not drop that on its head. I failed on that one. Sniper's making his way down here. I think Wand-Mart is probably safer than Fungal and Nightmare because of the scaling. Really? When it comes to Nightmare, I don't know the stuff super well, so Indoor Cat's probably right. If you're curious what I'm concerned about, I'm mainly nervous about running into a glass cannon enemy and not being prepared. And just dying from an off-screen shot. Off these. Oh, shit. Like right there, that could have been glass cannon. I would have just died. Maybe stop editing next to unexplored terrain. It was just a quick edit, though. I think I could be in and out. Ooh, is this a shop? No. Oh, yeah. Hey. Nice. We're back in business. Wasted a little bit of the heals, but oh, whatever. Hey, there we go. Wand-Mart doesn't get scaled. Fungal gets 2 times attack speed and 7 times HP. Whoo! Seems nice. Chance for a hidden heart, and we got one. Always put your cursor at the bottom of the steel right around this area. And then whenever you see... Okay, now it's being a pain. Extra max health, you know. You got yourself a hidden heart. Could be another heart around here too. If we're lucky. Ah, wait. Why does it look so weird? That meat. Looking a little funky. Ball lightning is kind of nice. It's just also dangerous. Get poison arc, it's amazing. Don't I have to worry about the poison on myself? Like, oh, for the enemies in the late game, because their health bars will get shredded. Is that the idea? Freeze and poison arc can make walls of ice. But why? Which blocks a lot of enemy opening. What does like does they just like build a wall to like protect themselves? Wall off enemies and don't aggro. That's some hardcore stuff right there. Yeah, I guess it makes sense when you're nightmare streaking. You want to get up to those high numbers. You got to play every safety, put every safety measure into action, right? Build a wall, hide behind it. Make sure no projectiles just cheap shot you like glass cannon damage out of nowhere. Ooh, what do we have here? Bloodlust. Bloodlust is not the worst thing because we have digging bolts. Sniper, don't think about it. You can see right here, this is the normal snowy depths. The thing that where you enter into snowy depths and kind of protects the entrance. It just spawns like in a weird spot in nightmare mode. It's like halfway down into the zone. The wrong entrance actually means you're one chunk away from the portal. Oh really? Is it just one chunk? That's not bad. It's pretty close. Oh shit. Whoop. Oh shit, he almost got a hit on me. Freeze goes out. This goes here. Nice, nice, nice. Grab a little bit of money. Nice. You know what? I think it's safe to move to the next area, probably. I mean, there are more resources to be had here. But also... I don't even know if it's necessary. Maybe we would like these eggs. Eggs can be good. Some whiskey. That's... not my most favorite stuff. This could be good. Dice. This, you gotta remember that there really aren't too many holy mountains to take advantage of. So the dice really is not that great. Chat, no, dice is not nice. Dice is about to fuck you again. The dice has screwed me the last like 5 times that I grabbed it. 6th time's a charm. Flip a coin on whether to take the dice. If it lands on heads, we take the dice. But it has to land on heads twice in a row for me to take the dice. 3 times is what I really meant to say. No, I meant tails. I meant tails. All right. All right. The dice, I mean, the coin was right. The coin was right. I gotta listen to these coins more often. I didn't realize the whole time it wasn't that I didn't, that I gambled. So whenever I was grabbing the dice before, I was getting scammed. But I should have gambled by flipping a coin to find out if I should grab the dice. That's the new method. That is the new strategy. Chat, you've introduced me to the new meta. I appreciate you. Gamble on the gamble perk. Gamble if you should gamble. You teach me so much. That's all the luck you get for the next 10 years. Oh shit, I used it up. Hold on, I want a little more. Did we just give Dunk a gambling problem? No, it's fine. I can just gamble on if I have a gambling problem. Trust me. It works. That was a little scary. We're having to wait on the tentacles down here. That was pretty crazy. It was like 4 coin flips in a row into the dice actually paying out. Blast. Not particularly hyped for anything there. That has some decent stuff. It's just gonna be hard to beat the damage that we have on our current wand setup, you know. There's always the big one with Bloodlust. That's what I was thinking about too. I was like, make it so that I don't, not so spammy, but like one big pop, one big oomph in the shot. Probably would be a smart upgrade. Hit him with the big slurp. Yeah, this area that we're at has too much that can conduct electricity, which means like it'll like, you know, pulse through the steel and stuff, and it will electrocute me. So that's the reason I'm not using it right now. Same goes for the electric charge. You don't have to be a sub. You have access to everything, just like any community member does. Oh shit, that was a bad move right there. I fucked up. I'm trying to get my hands on that wand so that they don't have it. They won't let me. Wand's kind of an interesting one. But I don't like the explosion on whiskey. I feel like it could get me in trouble because it does blow up in a way that it can't hurt you. Okay, let me swap stuff up a little bit. So we're thinking what, like 5 cast, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we put all of these on there. Then we slap on a freeze and a bloodlust. The reason the bloodlust is something to consider here, because it is huge damage, but you're putting huge damage attached to projectiles that are not eligible to hurt the player. They don't, digging bolts are not alive long enough to hurt the player. If you added something that extended the lifetime of a digging bolt, then it can hurt the player. But it has to be alive for at least 4 frames or more, I think, something like that, to be able to hurt the player. Digging bolts are not alive for that long. So we can put that on there, and basically what I'm saying is Bloodlust's downfall is that it can make things hurt the player, but I'm attaching it to a spell that is not eligible to hurt the player. If I put triplicate bolts, these bolts go flying all over the place. They are eligible to hurt the player. They're alive for a lot longer than 4 frames. That's the reason we wouldn't put them on there. We wouldn't risk the danger. Do you remember you can freeze yourself with this even if it won't hurt you? Oh. I think it's okay to leave it on here until jungle, maybe? Right? Is there any reason to be afraid of it at the moment? I guess there's shields. It can ricochet off a shield. The problem with the electricity... Wait. I feel like digging bolts still conduct electricity, right? Across the steel. I know that... Is it bouncing burst is one of the ones that don't? Yeah, they do conduct. That's the reason I'm scared of that. Yeah, I think the Bloodlust is a good call. It's nice not having to be so chaotic. Yeah, look how fast the machines die now. That's even without the electricity on there. That could have been bad. Oh no, he walked in front of the shot. That was my healer. I loved him. Okay, healer. We gotta leave this guy alive. And there's a wand right there that he's walking towards. Piece of ice fell down. Alright, so we need to bring that guy away. There's also 2 propane tanks right there, which is making me kind of nervous. No, healer, don't. Little suicide machines, I swear. There's a refresh. Oh yeah, I have a heal. What am I talking about? I am my own healer. Hey, healer, no. He's probably gonna murder himself at this point. Like, there's nothing I can do for him. Nothing I can do for you, son. This is natural selection. Nature has selected you to die. That. Alright. Best healer around. Another healer. I'm assuming a different healer than what we saw before.
Chat invest in my dollar dunk coin. 100% a meme coin with great baldness.
Great what? Baldness? Oh shit, I actually got hit there. Okay. Okay. I got heals on me. Gotta find a chance to... This guy right here is making me nervous as hell. Healer, take notes. This is how it's done. So we have a turret right there. That means it's a heal station that we can use with our healer. There are propane tanks right there. Healer, don't even think about it. Jumping between stuff so quickly. There's no time. Actually, we could consider the cluster bolt on the egg triggers if we had explosion immunity. Oh my gosh, that guy scared me. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Yeah, there is homing plasma. It is available to us. Those guys right there. You know the moment I turn my back on them, that's when they're coming out. Do you see the stats on the plasma wand? I do need to look more closely. My bad, I was kind of too panicked. Let me look at it again. Ooh. And we have a reduced spread. It is pretty beastful. How about for now?
Do it.
We do something like this. Oh shit. Threw that rock. Oh well. And then we'll decide in a bit if we want to edit it up to be something great. Alright, we'll go ahead and move ahead quickly. I think that... Oh shit. I will want to heal though. Let me get that heal. Ow. 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 Please don't die, healers. Why are you... Okay, one of them died. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I have heals on me. Some stuff there. Nonsense. Damage plus. That's garbage. Our first reroll of the run. Still garbage. Another reroll. Still garbage. Another reroll. I hate this freaking run. Oh my god. Why not toxic immunity? It's not really that big of a deal to me. I mean, yeah, it does hurt a little bit, but just don't get stained, bro. I guess fire immunity is kind of the same way. But had 2 of these like kind of don't worry about stains things. I wanted explosion immunity. I was greedy. Why is there a tree in the Holy Mountain? That's just nightmare shenanigans. That's a jungle tree, I guess, stuck up in the mountain. Okay, we let the mountain collapse. Probably need to take the freeze off, I think. Thank God for melee immunity, right? We'll have a wand upgrade really soon. There's no reason. I mean, we have this wand here that definitely has potential to upgrade our current build. Read Larander. What? A gas fire will make you immune to propane and other gases in the vault? I mean, that is true, but do we have that much to worry about? Enough to waste a perk on it? I think we need to make that swap. Do we not have any other digging bolts? I swear we had more earlier. I just slowly dropped them all over time. Bloodlust is coming in handy in this run. I usually, you know, Bloodlust is one of those spells I'm like, it's not really necessary. But in this run, it is necessary. As you can see, the enemies have gotten beefier. In Nightmare Mode, the health of these enemies really scales up. I mean, they have more health than the final boss will have. They are beefy. That is a heart mage right there. What's the challenge this run? We're just doing a nightmare mode, a chill nightmare mode run, basically. No challenge. Over time, Chad was saying that they wanted me to start doing something like kind of like win streaking, maybe in nightmare mode. It's really popular in the Japanese Noita community, and I never really tried to do much win streaking. So I was saying maybe from time to time we'll throw in like a win here and there, and just let the streak like over time accumulate, rather than just sitting there trying to get like, you know, 10 wins in a row in one stream, which is pretty much how I've done all my biggest win streak of all time in regular mode is 37, and I got it all in one stream. Literally just sat there and grinded out 37 wins in a row. It was draining. But this one, I guess maybe we consider approaching it a little more chill. I think you misunderstood. We just wanted you to streak. We're going streaking! Nope. Heart Mage, you stay away from me, friend. Your biggest nightmare streak? Honestly, I don't know. I've never kept track. If I guess, it'd only be like 2 or 3. I don't really play it that much, and then sometimes I'll go a couple weeks without even playing one, then I'll die, and so if you added them all up, it was probably like just like 2 or 3 before I had a mistake. But if we consciously pay attention and try, I wonder how far we get. Okay. Alright, that is still disappointing. We could do Hungry Ghost. Even more. Let's just amplify. Oh, we get both. I'll take it. If you're curious, Nightmare Mode, one of the changes is in this mode is that there isn't a holy mountain after the jungle. You just go straight into the vault. Like this biome will just bleed directly into the next biome. Kind of a big detail. I'll grab one of these tentacles in case we put like a tentacle timer set up. Could be kind of cool. I think we are more than equipped enough to get to our win. Though some of the temple enemies will be on the tankier side. Does Tentacle Freeze still work in Nightmare? I forgot. Yes, it does. In fact, if you want, in a moment, I'll... Let's see. Tentacle Freeze. Keep in mind, it only works on enemies that are vulnerable to, like, the freeze melee effect. Like, there's machines and stuff are not. If I use it in the vault area, then I'll probably just be disappointed with the results. But, oh. You know what? We're not going to need this guy. This guy right here, watch this. Freeze Tentacle. Boom. Instud. And that's one of the... That guy's kind of tanky, you know? Jungle is a good area to run the Freeze Tentacle. There's a ton of enemies vulnerable to it. Yeah, see, there's some guys. Freeze Tentacle. Freeze Tentacle. Freeze Tentacle. Freeze Tentacle. So you usually don't want to run that the whole time, though, because when you run to the vault and the temple, you know, but the vault mainly, it's just machines everywhere, and you're just going to do nothing to them. And that's probably where your run will end. Add Plasma Orbit to... Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually. Plasma Orbit on Tentacle... Not the worst call, because Plasma Orbit on the Tentacle actually does not hurt the player, even though it visually looks like it would. Like when it flies back at you, you're like, oh man, it's about to shred me. But it does nothing to the player. Pretty neat. Is it possible to feed Hungry Ghost with your own projectiles? Yes, only certain projectiles can. In fact, I don't know too many projectiles that can, but one of them is a spell that you don't grab very often. Oh my goodness. Give me 1 second to smack these guys. This is where the Freeze Tentacle would have been really nice to have. I could have just insted all of them. Whoops. The Magic Shield, which is specifically the smaller one. I can't remember about the big Magic Guard. But the small Magic Guard feeds the Hungry Ghost really well. You can set up some scenarios where your Hungry Ghost is just constantly eating and giving you a damage buff. And... Yep, it gets wild. Using the Magic Guard in Cessation, you can make it where the Hungry Ghost gives every projectile in your wand 1 billion damage. Actually 1 billion damage. Like, not just like I'm saying a big number. Like, no, literally you can get over 1 billion damage with just Magic Guard Cessation shenanigans. It is powerful. Holy crap, there's a ton of stuff down there. What is... I can't... Come on. Come on. What we have here. Huh. There's a crit on oil. Wand's a little weird. Look at that wand stats. 0.55 cast delay, 0.07 recharge. Something to think about. Horizontal. I actually like this one. It's just I don't want the Explosion on Slimy because Explosion on Slimy can actually hurt the player. Additional 8 damage. I'll take that though. I'm guessing a chest drop. Well, you remember this is Nightmare mode. So in Nightmare mode, there's just clumps of wands that will sit around. It's to give enemy more stuff to work with, and I guess it also gives the player more stuff to craft with too. It's a win-win. Which usually results in you getting nuked in the face. There we go. But now we got to worry about the machines. And these guys... Well, there's some beefy ones. There's no doubt. Look at this. Woo! The vault actually isn't that big of a zone, I feel like. Oh, crap. Look at that guy. Look at him. Destroyed my health bar. Is he already dead? Yeah, he is. Already have to re-heal again, though. Back to full health, but no messing around now. One robo and my health bar was done. I just went through the stats from all your Noita streams to find your best Nightmare streak, and it turns out it's sub 1. Sorry about that. Bullshit. Bullshit. What do you think about doing a simple run with Square Barrier plus spells to Saw Blade / fireworks and etc. Whatever you'll be able to find? I mean, what? So you just want me to die is what you're saying? Die or just don't cast it at all? It's a recipe for death. Yes! Yes! Oh, okay. Yeah, yes! Yes, that is what I want. Oh shit, we do not want this happening here. Hold up. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Damn it. There we go. He was so tanky. I should just disarm the wands really quickly. He was just making me nervous because he was moving back and forth. It's 209. Okay, I jumped right into that. Screw it, we can push forward, yeah. I was like, I'm just getting out of here. We got some worms. Area teleport. Huh. Electric immunity. That's a pretty huge find. We can grab the electric immunity. So we can throw on these electric charges, which are pretty great. Then we're going to buy up this wand here. Throw the worm there. The worm's going to be our method for digging through parts of the terrain that I'm not happy with. And it's like the world gen's kind of annoying, if that makes sense. Then we're going to go ahead and grab the heal and the refresh. And let's just make a push for the win. And this area is pretty deadly in nightmare mode, so gotta be on high alert. So you'll notice that the electricity actually even stuns ghosts. It's one of the big advantages of it, is that something like freeze doesn't even work on, you know, machines and ghosts, and there's just several things that just don't give a shit about the freeze. There's a lot that do get frozen, but there's a lot that don't too. And electric just pretty much stuns all, but it requires an immunity to be able to use it in a safe way that doesn't get you murdered. Oh, fuck. This guy's not scary because he's melee, but I'm still being cautious of getting frozen or some crap. Ooh. This is our... I want to make this our future wand, but it's 2 capacity lower. Yeah, it could be the new digging wand. I don't think it's necessary. That's a problem. I'm trying to make moves that I'm like, okay, this is an upgrade worth, you know, looking into kind of stuff. They're all just getting teleported away. Oh. And yes, enemies in nightmare mode do drop a good amount of gold. Did I see a... what is that? They do drop a good amount of gold. That's because the more health they have, the more gold they'll drop. And enemies in nightmare mode are beefed up. So far, so good. Just a little bit left. No polymages, please. Wand is okay, but whatever. I think we're at the bottom. Hey, get out here, reflection guy. Hey. And there we have it. We are here. We are safe. What do we want to do here? I guess we just leave all that just in case we need it. We'll go with contrary spells. How much is it? Yeah, it's still pretty darn fast. We run over here to say hi to Kolmi. Hello, Kolmi. How's it going? We don't have any orbs, so we don't have to worry about the like shield where it's going to catch projectiles and stuff. And then we just do that. And there you go. There's a basic nightmare Twitch. No, wait. Nightmare win. Somebody said nightmare Twitch integration a second ago, so it was on my brain. I wish it was nightmare Twitch integration. That would feel nice. All right. Anyways, let me see. What else are we going to do today besides listening to Bobo yap?
I really wish you
Doing a
guys could see this guy right now. He
Noiting
is
over it run?
drenched in sweat.
Noiting over it is a thing, right?
Drenched in sweat.
I remember. I think we tried this a long time ago. It seems really familiar. Now you can noit to yourself 3 times harder. What's that? If you ever heard of that, is it just called getting over it or whatever, where you have to move in this really funky way? I forget what what is it, like a hammer or some shit, and getting over it, and you have to move. The way you move is like by, here, let me just show you instead of trying to describe it terribly. I don't think we're gonna do this run, but it is. If you guys don't know, the modder who made this is Avasia, and she makes tons of great mods. In fact, she's had several mods that she's shown us like a little peek of them, and I don't think she always finishes every mod. So sometimes she's just showing what I guess you could make with Noita modding. And let me show you one that's real crazy that Avasia hinted at a long time ago, but I don't know. Maybe Avasia, maybe she lost interest in making it. I have no idea. But it was pretty cool. It was Noita Cart. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, look at this. Noita Cart. The hell's happening? See more with AI. What the fuck is this? I don't even know what that was. Yeah, this was a Noita together, like, Noita Kart. Basically, it was creating, like, the old school, you know, Mario Kart, but in Noita. With mods and shit. It was just probably something to just show in, like, what you could make in the game. But yeah, Avasia is one of the most popular modders in the community. Makes really cool stuff. And made Noiting over it that we're looking at right now. So let me...
Play the Noita first-person mod.
That one's so ridiculous. I see a line. Yeah, pinball. You remember pinball? Okay, so here it is. So this is how you move. You don't walk. You don't press WASD. If you want to move to the right, you have to just do this. This is how, and you can, and how fast you move will affect it. So if you can like kind of jump, do a little, like that. This is supposed to be how you get around. You're killing enemies, you're dodging and shit. But this is a game that is kind of a little bit like I don't know, was it infamous? Is that maybe the right word for making streamers like rage and stuff? Because you're climbing like mountains and getting over all this really annoying terrain, but then at the same time you fall, and you know it's kind of like the Jump King thing where you fall all the way back down and you're like, oh, I lost all my progress. Well, same idea. Basically, it's just using that style of movement, but in Noita. Pretty goofy stuff. Oh, damn. I thought I moved pretty quick. Read Congo, what's up? The last time I played Noiting over it, it corrupted my Noita exe and took me 3 days to convince Windows Defender that Noita exe wasn't a virus. Be careful not to move too fast with it. We back away slowly. Let me... Actually, dumb is my vote. Let's back away slowly, but yeah, apparently there's some janky shit going on with that mod, but still, Evasion makes really cool shit. Combine it with Noodle Arm. What do I still have Noodle Arm? I may have uninstalled that one. I don't even know what would happen. Speaking of which, probably. So I try to keep my mods somewhat cleaned out lately. So that, wait, actually, can you do that while you're playing the mod? What the hell? Have you tried the extra screen shake suggestion? Yes, I have. Not an entire run, but just for a moment. It was torture. Okay, yeah, we're good. I want to see you play the mod that reverses the biomes. What was that one called, Kurglow? There's that one called Deep End that looks pretty interesting as well. Apotheosis has the down under seed. Is that what you're thinking of, maybe? Deep End is a massive shitpost taken seriously. You should 100% experience it. Is it just called Inverted Noita? Let me... I don't know if we're going to be doing it. We were playing Nightmare Mode. Are we looking to do more modded-ish kind of stuff? Inverted. This is... Oh, it's just everything flipped. The anti-coup? That's a really specific thing. Adds a red coup with inverted gravity.
Deep End as if fair mod wasn't evil.
Is it really? Like, you would consider that... don't you insult Deep End like that. I haven't played it before, but how dare you?
Noita Deep End looks like a fun stream.
We have played alternate biomes, but I think they've added a lot of new stuff since we last played. Like, a long time ago. A long, long time ago. If it's the same one I'm thinking of. Alternate biomes. Yeah, I definitely haven't seen some of these. I don't know. It was added in 2021. It's hard to say. It's been too long, man. Last updated 2022. Yeah, Sedge. Maybe there wasn't new content. How about you do a run where that mod that starts you in New Game plus 28? What? Daily is stacked, so a quick roulette? You think so? I'm down for that. We could do a quick roulette. Roulette plus fungal pain? You guys love fungal pain. You guys are addicts. Roulette will be fine. Alright, Arco says roulette's fine. Noita, daily run, roulette. Bets are open. As you can see, the bet light is on. I can't go back. I would love to go back. I would love to undo it, but I can't. I don't have a time machine. Unless one of you invents a time machine. If you invent a time machine, you know what? Here's the deal. If you invent a time machine, I will go back and change the bet into whatever you wanted it to be. Deal? Deal. But for now, we're doing a daily run roulette. Here are the people that bet on our nightmare run today and were victorious. We had 7 streaks going out to Rahan, Taunt, Bifrost, Count Grish, Wax Newman, Rauki, Pause on Pause, and Mr. Cheaterson. Congratulations to all you guys on your 7 streaks. -7. There's 4 of them. These are, if you get 7 wrong predictions in a row, you do get a dunce cap cosmetic on your little sweatling.
I am a simple man. I see a bet, I vote. Yes.
That's yes. Yes. We need more people like Hokri. Hokri knows what's up. Clearly a Giga Chad. Dyson Ray, D-Crust, Lizicamin? Lizicamin. Like Lizardmin? Lizicamin. I don't know. My brain is fried trying to read that. Larander with a -7. 4 -7s. All 4 of you will get a little dunce cap in your backpack. It's already there. You can equip it whenever you like. Big winners. Oh, wait, wrong list. They lost. G-Slat, Peachy, Oberon Skills, and Plumel. 4 people having their hopes and dreams crushed. Oh, well, their loss. Let's jump into the roulette. I got to update my title. All right, remember when we first loaded the daily run, it's almost guaranteed going to put us on the wrong seed? Not for sure, but I feel like it likely is. Let's see. Nope, this one actually... Oh, I guess it's because we had just hit new game, and so we just did it twice in a row. I think, maybe. All right, roulette run. If you're new in the channel and you're like, what the hell is a roulette run? We're not doing pillar roulette. We're just doing a basic roulette. I would do a pillar roulette, except for the fact that we are 4.5 hours into stream, and pillar roulette runs can sometimes take like you know, 7 or 8 hours just to get that run done. And I got some DunkBot 2.0 code to do later today. So we have to do a basic roulette. Now, if you don't know what roulette is for Noita, it is still no mods. It's still just vanilla Noita. But one of the challenges whenever we were playing the game, whenever you're loading up Noita and you've played it as much as I have, sometimes you have a hard time deciding what journey to go on. How many fungal shifts do you want to do? How many orbs do you want to collect? How many bosses do you want to kill? It's hard to decide because I've done it all. I've seen it all. So what we do is we let a random number generator make that decision for us. In fact, one of our GigaChad programmer community members, Arntorius, actually made a website to do it for us. Hold on, give me one moment. Stupid fire guy being a pain. Hey, get over here, fire guy. No. Don't run away. Holy shit, he's got a friend. And there's Polly everywhere. Give me one moment.
Chat, I solved the mystery. The
Oh, yeah?
DunkBot 2.0 coding to do. He keeps mentioning as a reason for being late and ending early, as actually his secret code for gooning.
Oh, Jesus. So when I tell you guys, oh man, I was working on DunkBot 2.0 for like 9 hours yesterday, you guys are like, holy shit. This guy was going for the record. It's for Dota, not gooning. Listen, you only bring up Dota because you're jealous that you're stuck on the MOBA tutorial known as League of Legends. That's true.
They don't call him
Facts.
Lord Gooner for nothing.
Do they call me that? I don't remember being called that. I don't recall. Stop shadowboxing, old man. What? Huh? I was just playing the game. Wow, how do you know? Also, League greater than Dota. That's cope. That's cope. Okay, what were we talking about until I got distracted? Oh, so one of our community members, Arntorius, made a website. It's noitaroulette.com. It's a website that anybody can go to. And basically, it's just a thing that you can just... It's like a random number generator, but with visuals. So that it says like, oh, this is how many fungal shifts to do. This is how many bosses to kill. This is how many orbs to collect. That kind of thing. So what we're going to do is whenever we reach the very first mountain, I say, all right, chat, no more bets. And I close the bets. And then I roll the roulette to see what kind of journey what kind of adventure we're going on today. So you have to place your bet without knowing what kind of adventure we're going to have to do. Damn, that is in an annoying spot, isn't it? I don't want to waste 5 billion. Well, I do have Berserkium. It's still pretty rough. Close. Almost. Oh, shit. Oh. Okay. Sure. Why not? Wand sprite rant requested. Can you tell what kind of wand, etc.? Yeah, so wand sprites give you a little bit of information about a wand. There's not really a scenario that I would see a wand sprite and ever just 100% say, nope, don't even need to look at it, guaranteed, no chance I will want it. I feel like that's kind of a bold claim. But there are wand sprites that are a little bit more favorable, I guess. Like, there are certain sprites that you know, oh, the wand potentially could have decent stats. Or like, oh, it's got a good size capacity. So it means that if there's lots of spells on it, that, I could really, the likelihood of me being able to make use of at least one of the spells is high, that kind of stuff. So when I come across a wand here in a little bit, I'll give you a quick yap. But when it comes to these, talking about wand sprites, the first zone is probably the weirdest one, because wands in Noita are in general just looked at as like randomly generated, right? Like the stuff that they're given is kind of like there's randomness for certain details about it. Randomness, controlled randomness, is not just complete randomness. But in the first zone in Noita, the devs tried to control the randomness and pre-designed the wands in the first zone. That way it's not just like chaotic. Instead there's more consistency. How'd your name come to be DunkOrSlam? I feel like you've heard this rant before. Bardo. It's an old school MMO I used to play called Nexus. I was a little kid. Made the name DunkOrSlam after using up the free trials on the name Dunk and the name Slam. And then, yeah, it's a whole thing. And I ended up getting the name DunkOrSlam. Ended up being the one that I eventually used. And I've been using it since forever. The grooming story? It is not the grooming story, damn it. There was no grooming. You fucking weirdos, Chad. Okay, hold up. Yep, just spending all my health bar, getting tongued by this damn frog. He already forgot about describing a wand sprite. Oh, my bad, my bad. Okay, I'll do a better job. I did forget. It helps to do the wand sprite description when it's a wand that I haven't picked up yet, so you can be like, oh, I see what he's piecing together. Okay, somebody down there. That's the swamp dude. Don't worry, we'll come across a wand, a brand new wand soon. We can go on a little bit of a rant. Actually, the Holy Mountain may have some. It could be a wand Holy Mountain. So let's go ahead and jump into the first mountain. We have only found one heart in the first zone, and we already looked at that one. That one had a rain cloud. So I'll wait for another wand to talk about. So let's roll the roulette, baby. I was just driving on the highway, and some dumbass Jeep stopped. Just saw a 5-car pileup. Yo, hopefully everybody was all right. Yeah, that shit's no joke. Like, it's real wild around here in Texas if there's ever like icy days, dude. My family, for the most part, like none of my family will drive on icy days because it's not like we can't drive on it. It's more like you just should never trust the other drivers. People are crazy. Like I told this story several times, but I remember when I was in college and I was walking out of classes. It was like you know 7 or 8. You know, the sun was down. It was getting a little colder, and I remember like a couple snowflakes started to drop, and I was like, "Oh shit! Actually gonna have some snow." You know, it had been like the first snow I had seen in like a year. And I remember literally as the snowflakes are coming down, I'm like, oh shit, like it just started. And in the distance, I hear a like you can hear just these cars just like fucking slam into each other. And I was like, yep, sounds about right. It's like one snowflake hit the fucking ground and they were like, oh shit. It was like perfectly timed. I still remember it. I still remember it to this day because I would just be like, people fucking suck. But yeah, so it's no joke. The drivers around here will just, I guess, I don't know. They for some reason, I think it's almost like a competitiveness where, because people up north, a lot of people have snow tires. They're used to driving in the snow, and then people here, they're like, oh, I can drive and I can go 100 in the ice, and it's like, please don't, please don't, and then they immediately get in a wreck. Step 1, scream and panic. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they looked out the window, they saw like one little flake coming down, and they were just like, "Oh my god!" But yeah, I still remember it because there was like this bridge you would walk over. So I can remember I was walking over the bridge and just saw the flakes and like, "Oh shit!" And then just immediately hear the screeching of the tires and the fucking collision. And I was like, good old Texas, baby. But it's where I've lived my whole life, so I don't know. Maybe everywhere, everybody sucks at driving, but I've always heard that, down here in Texas, we got us a lot of pickup drivers, a lot of truck drivers, and that there's a lot of crappy drivers. Though I have visited a couple places, and I remember when I was in Florida, specifically in South Beach, that was some of the craziest driving I'd ever seen. People were just straight up not paying attention to the lights. Lights would turn red, and the people just kept going. We're not talking like 1 or 2 cars. We're talking like 20 cars. You're just like, they just keep going. They just say, nope, light may be red, but I ain't stopping. And I remember talking to my dad saying like, what the heck? He's like, yeah, you gotta slowly roll out in front of them to get them to stop. Otherwise they'll just keep going. Like, that is some crazy shit. But that was about a decade ago in Florida, so I don't know. Maybe people started following the law at some point. Who knows? Sorry, I'm getting the Noita Roulette and everything loaded up because I always load up my other browser for it. It makes it easier. That's insane. Yeah, I had never, like I said, I hadn't really, I lived my whole life in Texas, hadn't really traveled. I mean, I've been to other cities in Texas, but never really had been to any other states and stuff. So when I was in Florida and I saw that, I remember because my dad was having to work out of Florida for a little while. And it was like, yeah, he's like, that's how people will drive here. He's like, they just keep going. I don't know, maybe it was specific to that area, like that South Beach area in Florida, but I was like, damn. I thought everybody drove the same in all of the US, but apparently even the states were making differences. Probably all dead by now. Well, I'd imagine the reason that people don't do that here is that cops will pull them over, right? If you just see a red light and you're like, fuck it, I'm going, then a cop would pull you over. So I guess people were just like, nah, don't pull them over or some shit. But like I said, I saw it, I was only there for a week, but I saw it the whole week and thought, this is really weird. I visited Vietnam recently. Everyone's playing Smashy Road. I've seen some of those countries that they're really heavy on. I think Vietnam is one of them where they do a lot of those like motorized scooters. That shit looks crazy. Whenever there's areas that are just like everybody's on these motorized scooters, it's like chaos. But they actually, they're surprisingly, little mopeds, yeah. They're surprisingly, even though it looks like chaos, there's not really like many accidents happening. It looks like it's chaos, but they're all kind of, everybody's weaving through and it's working out. Controlled chaos, babe. Yeah, I guess so. I have no idea when it comes to, because I feel like one of the big issues that the reason Texas is brought up as a place that's like with bad drivers, I think it's like because of the road rage. There's a lot of angry drivers in Texas, is my experience. Like the pickup, the guys in trucks and stuff, they have like anger issues. It's really common. I've seen it many times. And I'm just like, dude, why are you so fucking angry? Chill. Maybe in other places of the world, maybe they have that chaos, but maybe there's not as much road rage. They do crash a ton. They just stand up and drive away. Yeah, I guess maybe the crashes aren't as like consequential. It's more like, dust yourself off, get back on the moped. All right, bets are officially closed. We're rolling it. What's today's challenge gonna be? Boom! Holy shit! All right, 11 fungal shifts, 2 orbs, and 2 bosses. That is our journey for today. There is no going back. Easy ass roulette. Maybe. It really depends on what the fungal shifts are today. 11 shifts. 11 shifts could be potentially really messed up. We just have to wait and see. 2 orbs, 2 bosses. All right, let's go. My dog ate my homework. Can you reopen the bets, please? I don't understand how they're related. Some loots, man. Some mega loot. Stuff is garbage. Roll it.
I kind of challenged some motorbike taxi guys in Hanoi, Vietnam, because a regular taxi would have cost roughly the same. They said they would be faster. We drove over sidewalks and all sorts of things. Arrived after 20 minutes instead of 45 with a car.
You have to change your pants afterwards, though? Dice is nice and Tinker. Coin flip? If it lands on heads, we pick up the dice. The coin doesn't lie. Coin doesn't lie.
CTP. Tinker does not matter.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Told you. Listen, you guys have told me many times that it was going to be fine, and it was not fine. Yeah, dice in the first mountain is actually really nice. You could even argue that the dice in the first mountain is even more OP than Tinker in the first mountain, though Tinker is more of convenience in terms instead of being OP. But it is nice. Ambrosia. Chug a little bit of concentrated mana. Drop that. Since you have Tinker, why don't you LDC plus Chain Bolt and collapse a mountain? I mean, is there a reason to collapse a mountain? Like, is there an advantage? Oh, not that I know of. So why not just leave it intact if I have an easy way to get past it? Sometimes I collapse it if I feel like I'm going to mess it up, but I guess the long distance telly, I was just like, there's no reason. I could collapse it at the very end and get that pacifist chest. Ooh, baby. Yo. Shit is getting real. This daily's got some flavor. You guys didn't tell me that today's daily... Actually, somebody did say today's daily was nice. He did say it was good. But oh yeah, I forgot. I need to be describing the wands that I'm looking at. I keep getting too excited. The person that said they want to know how wand sprites can mean stuff and give you a hint of what the wand's all about. You'll need to arrange some alternative fungus. The first shift removes normal fungus. Oh god. Well, it's a good thing you said something. I guess we can. Because remember, whenever it comes to the fungal shifts, I don't manipulate the shifts in the sense of like if it's coming, it's coming, right? Like I'm gonna if that shift is gonna happen, it's going to happen. That's why nobody can really spoil it in the sense of it is going to happen. I don't hold that other material to try to avoid it, but it is helpful to know about the fungus thing because then I can prepare one ahead of time so that it doesn't take us forever to get through all the fungal shifts today. So I will try to prepare something soon. That's interesting. Am I already full? Spin. Dude, if I remember to try to pay attention to the wand sprite, then I don't see a wand. If I forget, then I see a wand. That's like the rules right now, apparently. Oh my god. First time useful wand homing. Oh yeah, we could just like attach it on there and shoot it, couldn't we? Wait, how does that work on Chain Bolt? Oh, 200? Damn it. Oh, it seemed to be going this way. Oh, it's heading down, I think. Come on, lead me to the wand. It keeps going down. Yep, here it is. Okay. So at a glance, without looking at the wand, watch maybe just be completely off. It's possible. Well, we don't get to know too much about it because an enemy grabbed it up immediately and said, fuck you. Thank you, game. As always, classic Noita. Well, this one you can't really get it like, too clear of a visual. But you can see that it's got like multiple prongs at the end. Like it's got multiple tips. Versus like the wand that I'm holding right now only has one tip. So this is probably a multicast wand. And it does not have a clump of like white pixels or like just a solid clump of white, or I think they can be sometimes maybe a little bit, is it bluish or yellowish? I'm colorblind, so don't listen to me on that part. But there's they call it a gem, like G-E-M. A gem. There is no gem on this wand. So that what that tells me is that it is a shuffle wand. There's no gem. It's a shuffle wand, multicast. Capacity looks like it's probably like a decent capacity. If I had to guess, maybe like an 8 capacity or some crap. It's hard to say on that one. And then we already know there's prickly spore pods on it. Oh, okay, 11 cast. It's a 6 cast, so we knew it was a multicast. I didn't know it was going to be 6. That's pretty extreme. It is a shuffle, and then the rest of the stats are just complete dog shit. So what we're going to do is we're going to toss these. But you can grab that, you can get that information from the wand sprite. I'll give you, once you do a couple examples, you start to get used to it. The reality is though, it's not like a super important thing to learn because you're going to end up grabbing the wand anyways. It's not like you're looking at the wand and just off the sprite alone saying, nope, don't need it. Usually you still glance. I guess there could be situations where you're in the ultra late game and you're like, I only want a non-shuffle wand for this one purpose. And so if you see a shuffle wand, you don't even look at it, but that's That would be kind of rare. Go in there. There we go. Okay, so no gym on here, right? That means it is a shuffle. And this is a classic. You see this one a lot. It's like a, I don't know, 6 capacity, 7 capacity. Usually decent statted wand is uncommon. But yeah, it's a shuffle, so it's not the most exciting thing ever. Yeah, I see the wands are pretty good stats. I will grab off. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I need, you know what? We'll do like this. Yeah, I still haven't grabbed the heal. Right there, that is another shuffle. See, there's no gem on it. Another shuffle. It's a pretty good size wand, like in terms of the length. Because I'm sorry if this is upsetting you, but length does matter when it comes to wands. It's going to be a good size capacity. It's going to be a shuffle, and it looks like it's probably just going to be a one cast, like it's a non-multicast if I had to guess. Yeah, see, a non-multicast, 13 capacity. I mean, it's a pretty crazy wand. But it's the fact that it's shuffle ruins it. The main reason I like to look at the wands even when they're shuffle is because you're looking for spells. And sometimes you get a perk that can fix the wands, you know. No more shuffle can repair those wands. Make them less garbage. Not doing great on finding health this run. But the good news is, Noita, streamer body shaming chat. I'm sorry, it was wand length matters in Noita. Take it up with the devs. But yeah, for some reason when Noita, whenever I grab that heart, that's whenever I start to find, when I grab the heal, that's when I start to find hearts. So, in this case, you can see the gem is that little clump of yellow pixels at the tip. Zones like we're going in right now are zones where I actually like the chain bolt. Where it shines.
I really wish you guys...
Now I'm curious, if you grab the perk, makes holding wands become non-shuffle. Does the wand appearance change? No, the wand that you're... So like, if I am holding a wand that is a shuffle and I grab the perk, this wand will look like a shuffle, but be a non-shuffle. So then the rules of the gym thing no longer apply to that wand. Yeah, chain bolt shines on these little lumps right here. I normally hate fighting those guys, but when I have chain bolt, I actually don't mind it. Okay. Not these guys. These guys are still annoying because they're kind of tanky. Dude! So the reason it's frustrating is because you like to go to that nest because it'll just keep coughing up enemies for a while. Eventually it does run out, which I guess it has now. But if you can kill it before it coughs... Oh no, I still had one more enemy to cough up. If you can kill it early, you save yourself a lot of fighting annoying dudes. Oh yes. Oh wait, no, I can't do the shift yet. Somebody said the first shift we're gonna lose fungus. So instead, let's try to make Mystery Fungus first. No elp. Well, the people saying to get the backup thing, they're not trying to like ruin the run. They're trying to save us like the boring parts. Because when you shift the fungus away, it just takes a little bit because you have to... Basically, you potentially delay getting the 11 fungal shifts by like 20 or 30 minutes. So, but by knowing it's coming, you can prepare something ahead of time to make sure that we can do faster shifting. Does that make sense? So instead of having like 11 fungal shifts an hour and a half in or 2 hours in, instead, because they warned us, we can get it done by like, you know, what would it be? Like an hour in, I guess. It has to be an hour minimum because it's 11. This is a great wand for us, by the way. Trying to decide. I got the toxic sludge here. Toxic sludge is going to be necessary. We need a pouch And then from there, I think we should be good. Acceleradium. Ooh, I'm a little scared of this Acceleradium. Ooh, this is also a decent wand. Oh yeah, I forgot we have this, so you can just do that. Whoops. Got so excited about it earlier and then immediately forgot about it. I did like the worst dodge ever. You have the aim of a stormtrooper. Those are my chain bolts. They have homing on them. I don't need to aim. They will aim themselves. We're looking for a pouch is what we would be most interested in right now. See this one here? That is a non-shuffle. It's got the gem right here in the center. It's probably a pretty damn good capacity too. Also, one of the giveaways is it's on a pedestal, which is one of these things right here, and it's in the fungal area, so that guarantees it's going to be a non-shuffle. If they're on a pedestal in the fungal area, they're always non-shuffles. Well, this one is almost badass, except for the fact that it's got a fireball thrower on it. It's going to be way too dangerous. Something I would not like to mess with. There's, I think that's steel right there. Huh. 260. There's another double. So if we do a second double on there, that means that we can... What can we do with that second double on there? Throw a digging. I guess that helps us dig around a bit more. How do you drink from the bottles? You right-click them while having... Actually, no. You just right-click them wherever. I can't remember if it's on by default. You may have to turn it on your menu because there is an option. Input. Yeah, maybe it does allow you by default. I don't remember. I always rock the default settings, but then they changed them over time, so I can never remember. So basically, if I hold the flask and I left click, it will throw it. If I hold the flask and I right click, it pours it. And then if I just right click this, like right now, if I click this, that right click drinks from it. That's how it used to be in the settings. I can't remember what the settings are now. We don't need any of that actually. There's Telly. It's the opposite by default. Okay, so it's reverse. So it was so it's left click to drink from it. Yeah, I just remember at some point they toyed with a lot of their settings, and so because of that, it makes it where mine. I used to just always, you know, say like, here's the exact settings, but then at some point they changed it, and then it became where all the new guys were like, well, that's not how mine works. The HUD interactions are the same as yours. The holding interactions are the opposite. Oh, for the throw and the pour. Gotcha. Ooh. Look at that. Nice. We still haven't found a pouch. The pouch is the key to being able to... Actually, I have a plan. First, we need to go back to the previous area. Oops, a little dangerous. No lava mountains, right? Yeah, good. I should set up my wand in such a way... that when I move the add mana, I can get it done quick. Okay, so... what we do is we find one of these mushrooms. See how there's these mushrooms? If you... I think it's like you cut the ground underneath them. Luminous drills, I think you can just cut right into them. Let's see, there you go. Once you cut the ground underneath them, Wait, what? What am I? Did I fuck something up? What's wrong? Read Shane. Hi, Dunk. The wand is perfect for the fungal area. Now that I've admired your wand, I want to let you know I'd do some real disgusting shit to you. This is what you guys deemed a priority? What? I guess screaming was the appropriate response to that. Okay, chat, chill. Calm down. Keep your pants on. All right. So, we got the mushroom here, yes? And what we're going to do is we're going to kick it over to the sand. And then, once it's on the sand, like that, we then pour a little bit of toxic sludge. And then toxic sludge plus the mushroom, and now... actually, wait. Are we going to need... Can we just drill into this? Let's see. Yes, we should just be able to drill into the mushroom. There we go. So the mystery fungus has been activated. This is important because once the mystery fungus is activated, it means that we have the backup fungus made. Even if I don't have something to currently carry the backup fungus, at least we know it's here. You know what I mean? So since we have the backup fungus made, just keep letting it spread. Whenever the mystery fungus comes in contact with sand, it spreads. So sometimes you have to like kind of punch it a little bit. Spread faster! Alright, let's try to eat some of this then. This is our first fungal shift. 180 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. Toxic sludge. Wait a minute. So toxic sludge, is that the one that fungus, did fungus turn into toxic sludge? Okay, so now I don't need the toxic sludge anymore, because we already, its whole purpose is that toxic sludge, so 3 ingredients have to come in contact with each other. Sand, toxic sludge, and then fungus blood. So the toxic sludge, I poured on top of the sand, so those two are coming in contact. And then when I hit the mushroom, like when I hit it with the digging bolt, it caused a little bit of the fungus blood to shoot out onto those two, which made all 3 come in contact, which makes the mystery fungus. Now we just need a pouch and we can do some good stuff. Okay, worm, get over here. All right. So then we shredded the worm. We're gonna scoop up the worm blood. Are there any acid spitters over here? Not yet, apparently. Oh, I forgot while I was over there, I forgot to grab the orbs that I need today, which is supposed to be 2 orbs, right? 11 shifts, 2 orbs, 2 bosses. Okay. So we could go orb. Now when it comes to the 2 bosses, it's hard to say which 2 are going to be the best. We could make the move where we just kill the pyramid boss. Pyramid boss has huge potential for a good drop. But since our challenge today only allows 2 bosses, maybe we save the other boss kill for either the alchemist or the dragon. Alchemist is obviously going to be the better choice for a long run. But since our run today isn't exactly the longest, we could just go short term and go with the dragon kill. You think just dragon and then Kolmi? Probably the smarter, simpler choice. And so the reason I killed that one worm and I scooped up his blood is because the dark cave over here makes it where you can't see in the dark. But if we drink the blood of that worm that we chainsawed and drilled up, we juiced him. We juiced the worm. Yeah, I want to peek into Wand-Mart, but the thing is I'm a little bit scared of it. So I figured if I go into here first and get like healed up and everything. Oh, he got a good hit on me. And he's camping right where I need to be. You know what? Let's not risk what he's trying to do. We'll just heal this way. Kind of determined. I want to kill him. Aha! We got him.
Milk the WORMM in NNN, that's against the spirit.
It's too late. We already milked the worm. No turning back. We've done one shift. We've already finished the orbs for today. I'm afraid of accidentally forgetting and grabbing another orb. That would suck. I'm just looking for a pouch so that I can carry the fungus with us. We need a quick pouch. And while we're in here, I mean, we can find any good wands in here. We have tinkers, so... not necessarily a bad place to be right now. That's a little bit crazy. Probably a nice grab for us. I don't think I need wand, homie. Consume. I know. Hold on, let me... need that damn fungus. That almost got me. That was insanely close. Pretty crazy stats on that wand. Smash. Game, give me a pouch! I guess I'll warp back up for a moment while we wait to find this damn pouch to pass the time anyways. This will be shift number 2. I just gotta grab some water. That's why I'm running over here real quick, in case you're curious. Oh, shit. As I was doing, I was saying, oh shit, because I just realized, wait, what if water turns to acid? And then water just turned into ominous liquid. Like, the exact moment I thought, this could be bad. Because water turns into lava and I'm submerged in it. That's, that could have been bad. Wait. Oh, I held my water. Oh, that was even worse. I wasn't thinking. I wasn't paying attention. I was just in my head. Okay, I was like doing 2 separate things. I was like, okay, I'm going to do a fungal shift. Also, I'm going to go fill up my water. Oh my god, I just ruined a shift. I played myself. Well, yeah, was that going to be a not so bad shift that I just made much worse? Oh my god. Is that a loss? No, we don't consider anything like accidental like that a loss. I may have just made things worse on myself, though. It was not as bad. What was it gonna be? Lava to ominous? And I turned water into ominous? Anyways, well, now we have to do a couple extra steps, so please hold. We got our backup milk! Woo! Who up milking it? Oh shit. Don't worry, we got milk. Milking it means to drink milk. Alright, what were you thinking? You filthy animal. I gotta make sure to not be stupid and hold the milk whenever I'm doing fungal shifting in a little bit. I was in such a rush. That's why you gotta do things cautiously, Noita. You speed through it. Next thing you know, water's poison.
So what's the over-under on milk being shifted before the run ends?
I usually don't mess that one up too often. I just was half paying attention. That was my own fault. Ah, crap. You know what? For a moment, let me place that down. There we go. I need to grab it. I don't know if it would just die before then, but there we go. We got that. Pheromone, we don't need you. Grab this. We're quickly doing a quest to get the mimicium spell, because since I have a limited amount of milk can be used to get the like a wet stain, just like water. Blood also would be another good material, but I just want to make sure that I have a way to restore it as many times as I need. So this quest that we're doing at the moment gives us a way to get infinite of any liquid. As long as we have 1 pixel of the liquid, I'll be able to make an infinite amount of it. So in this case, even though we have a limited amount of milk, mimicium will make it where I can have as much milk as I need. Alright, let's see. Is it ready? Yep, there we go. We grab the mimicium. Good, good, good. Kill the alchemist in instead of the dragon. Yeah, the value of the alchemist kill just went up with my little mistake, didn't it? I think it did. In fact, let me put a little bit of milk on the ground here. Just to make sure that I have a supply somewhere in case I do something to mess it up. Boom. Now we have a milk supply. If you do that in the desert, does it turn into cheese? That would be pretty awesome. Sadly, it does not. It's not that I know of. I can never remember ever accidentally making cheese in the desert. But there are always sometimes weird interactions that that you don't anticipate. Like, did you know there's like certain materials that you can take into the desert, and then what you do is you take I think it's toxic sludge. You take toxic sludge into the desert, you pour some toxic sludge on the ground, then you freeze the toxic sludge, and then whenever the toxic sludge melts, I think that one makes pea soup when it's melted. It's weird. There are just weird interactions like that where you can get your hands on materials that you would not expect. What are the numbers? 1122? Yes, we are doing 11 fungal shifts, 2 orbs, and 2 boss kills. And we need a damn pouch. Otherwise, I'm going to go insane. Because without a pouch, we can't carry the fungus with us. And without carrying the fungus with us, every 5 minutes we have to run back to a certain spot just to do a fungal shift. Very stupid. Guess I'm not going to check that one. God damn it, it jumped right into me. Well, I guess it's about time we head out of here because we have 36 health. And we still don't have a pouch. Isn't that fucked up? There we go. And we're out of there. That there. Is it time for another shift, by the way? I feel like it's been 5 minutes since I fucked up that one shift. Still haven't got to scoop up the good stuff. Shit. Wait, what? Sand. Yeah, I think I ate some rotten meat. My health bar is low, low, low. Watch out for anything dangerous right now. Okay, that's kind of scary for a moment. Ta-da! Ooh. Ta-da! And we're gonna go with double spark bolts. Killing the bad guys in snowy depths. Sure. Ooh. We're still hunting for a pouch. I heard next event stream is... What? Drink 5? The hell am I reading? Oh, double ukkos. Triple ukkos? Triple ukko in today's daily. Interesting. No way. There's not a 4th ukko, is there? I heard him. There is a 4th ukko. We've barely been in here. Alright, well, 4 ukkos on today's daily in the snowy depths. Keep that in mind, any guys that check out today's daily. Because, oh, 5 ukkos! Holy moly. If you're curious why we count the ukkos specifically, is they have the potential to just insta-kill you. And the fact that there's 5 of them in this zone kind of crazy.
Holy moly.
Yeah, definitely a little bit holy moly. There's also an eye puzzle right there. Oh, free hearts. This, you pour teleportatium in, and you get to sent to a free wand room where 2 free wands are waiting for you. I could also just dig to that room if I need to. 6 ukkos on today's snowy depths. That's wild. 7 ukkos! What the hell? 8 ukkos? This is the most ukkos I've ever seen in a run. What the fuck? How'd this seed just go from being like an amazing seed to being one of the most cursed seeds? For us, it's not too big of a deal because luckily we've slow played today's run to the point that we were able to build up, you know, pretty crazy wands before we even got to this part. In fact, we could have built much crazier in the Wand-Mart area. I just was kind of like grabbing whatever. Wasn't like in a rush to build like god wands because we have great resources. There's no rush to min-max right away because we're gonna be fine. But for some people, they move ahead a little quickly in Noita. They don't play as slow as I do, and for those people, this area is gonna be cursed. 8 ukkos. I want to keep looking around to see if there's number 9. Dude, I'm like missing all my dodges. Gotta dodge, man. Gotta dodge. Oh! Excuse me? The hell just happened? Interesting. Interesting. So, we got a deadly heal. That's big. I want the deadly heal. I want the damage field. And I'll probably take the multicast. Probably? Yeah, deadly heal's pretty nice. Now, right now, we don't have the perfect setup to make deadly heal work, but there's always a way to make deadly heal work. You just may not have the perfect setup for it, but you can always make it work. You just have to get a little creative. So we'll get creative in 1 second. Let me get everything set up. Now, what's on the other wand? Eggs. I don't need eggs. Oh, look at that guy right there. This guy makes it really easy to do what I was saying. We put ambrosia on ourselves. Does he have an angle for us? He does not have an angle. How about I do this? No. Don't go attacking yet, friend. Don't need that. Alright, so we're going to shoot the... Did I get it near him? Nope. Stop shooting black holes. So this guy copies projectiles. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot... there we go. I think we got it close enough to him. We shoot the deadly heal towards the guy. And so now the last projectile that he saw was deadly heal. So now he's just shooting off deadly heals. That's his only projectile that he's got right now. So if I go near him, he will heal me. We also, what we could have done is we could have just put the deadly heal on a wand and then just given it to an enemy.
I really wish you guys could see this guy.
So the way to make it so that if you have something like deadly heal, and there's always a way to get them to heal you, you just got to realize that ambrosia is really the key that brings it all together. Because if I hand this wand to an enemy and say, hey, cast that heal at me, and he'll pick it up and try to heal me, I still can get myself killed if I have low enough health, because deadly heal is still going to hurt you for a moment before the heal kicks in. But the ambrosia is what allows me to put the ambrosia stain. When the deadly heal hits me, boom, hits my character, it will ignore all the damage and it will only receive the heals. So that's why I kind of... It just so happens that there was a guy that copies projectiles that we end up abusing his ability and getting killed that way. But we didn't have to. Yeah, see, this guy right here can copy abilities. We had him copy our heal method. I got into Satisfactory, beat Link to the Past in 2 hours and 20 minutes, beat Metroid in roughly 1 hour. I'm rocking retro now, Dunk. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Satisfactory, I've played a bit of that. Satisfactory was actually my very first factory sim. Oh my gosh, our 9th Ukko. What the shit, man? What a seed. This is crazy. Luckily, none of them have killed it. Like, none of them got a good shot on us. I've seen all of them ahead of time, but it's one of the most cursed enemies. Usually, if you see like 3 of them in a siege, you're like, ooh, that's a pretty rough seed. And we've seen 9 of them. 3 times what I would consider already pretty rough. That's crazy. Anyways, back to Satisfactory
Sir,
talk.
a 9th UKKO has hit the bald streamer.
A 9th Ukko has hit the streamer. Wait, bald? You shut your goddamn mouth. So Satisfactory was my very first factory sim game to play, and I only played it for I mean, I got, how many hours do I have in it? 10th Ukko in the thing. You think there's a 10th one? Wait, did I just hold up? Oh shit, there's a 10th Ukko. What the shit? Just open Steam. I thought that I could have sworn normally right here when I hit Shift Tab I have my stuff right here. I don't know why it's being so weird. Anyways, let me just hit this. We'll just navigate this way. You know, just a noob streamer over here. What can I say? Satisfactory. Yeah, see, 17.1 hours, which if anybody's played Satisfactory knows that is like, congratulations, you looked at the main menu. The game has a ton to offer. 17 hours is a joke. But I was in my peak Noita addiction whenever I played a little bit of Satisfactory. So after like just like a day or two, I went back to playing Noita. And but then eventually, you know, it's been years have passed since then. Satisfactory's gotten a full 1.0 release, and then an 11th Ukko. What is this? That is crazy. That is actually crazy. How are you alive against 10 Ukkos when this shit happened against 2? Okay, hold up. Alright, where are we? Keep me safe. Oh, I hear. Don't push it there, Caffey. Don't push it. Keep me safe. Oh, I hear Ukko. I hear 2 Ukkos. Deathless man, god damn it! Keep me safe. Oh, I hear Ukko. Keep in mind, this clip happened right here while I had explosion immunity. Look, I had explosion immunity. This is pure electric damage. I literally nulled out one of the main damage types and still got fucking instant by that bitch. Oh, I hear Ukko. I hear 2 Ukkos. Deathless man, god damn it! Bull. Shit. Alright, let me get organized here. I'm a little scared for the moment. Oh, yeah, no, we got rid of that one. So eventually, chat, while I'm starting to, I'm not like, I still, you know, Noita is my favorite single player game of all time, but I'm no longer in the like the super Noita addiction phase. Chat voted in a variety game for me to play, and it was called Factorio. So I was like, all right, let's try this Factorio game out. I've heard a lot about it for a long time, and I tried it out, and it was awesome. And then I was like, well, shit. This factory sim stuff's pretty neat. So then part of me has wanted to revisit the, oh my bad, back to the corner. Revisit the factory, you know, Satisfactory, because now I have a better appreciation for the genre and a lot more understanding about efficiencies and stuff. So I wonder if I would be a much better Satisfactory player than I was when I joined in my little baby noob days. Ooh. You got going on there, buddy? Kind of fitting that there's an electric wand chilling right next to him. Yeah, this is number 11. We saw this one. That's how we knew it was 11. There was one below and one above.
Satisfactory after Factorio is like cabbage after refined crack, though thinking face.
Is it? Did I fuck up? Should I have appreciated Satisfactory more before I got into the deep addiction? There we go. There's no use in playing today's daily. Those ukkos are gonna gangbang me. Dude, 11 of them is pretty crazy. That I think it is legitimately, like, you know, I've played a bit of Noita in my days. 8,899.4 hours. And I think this is the most ukkos I've ever seen in snowy depths on a seed. Okay, I jumped right into that. I levitated right into it. I caught it with my face. A 12th ukko? What is going on? Did you see that? A 13th ukko! What? There are more ukkos than there are just basic ass hiisi sniper. There are more ukkos than there have been rats in the area. There may be more ukkos than there's been Hamas in this damn run. This is ukko land. I was mind blown at 9. How are we still going? I have to check all of Snowy Depths. Oh wow, a rat. A whole rat.
Did you shift materials or enemies?
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, maybe we fungal shifted into ukkos. That would make sense. Every piece of snow is ukko. Every pixel of snow is an ukko. Okay, now there's a lot of rats. I've been wondering. I was like, there's been like very few rats, yet there's been ukkos everywhere. Oh, a 14th ukko. I've seen it all, you guys. I've seen it all. A 15th ukko. This may actually be broken. This seed may actually be glitched out right now. What is going on? What the hell? That's crazy. This is wrong. You guys need to load up today's daily. How did nobody talk about this? I didn't have anybody stop by saying that my game could actually be bugged. Somebody else needs to confirm by playing the daily run and tell me if there's just ukkos everywhere for them. I have to go do another fungal shift. I have to walk all the way to the surface. There's a chance for a heart right here, so that's what I'm trying to... Yeah, there is a heart. Hover your cursor right there, and it says, oh shit. It doesn't say oh shit, it says extra max HP. So now we gotta find a way to... Hello? Game? Dude, there's so much poison every 2 seconds. I just actually ran out of milk. I'll go back for that in a second. There's too much craziness. So I forget, we're at 15 ukkos, I think? 15? 16? I honestly lost track. I had no idea it was possible to get this many ukkos in a seed. We're at 15. Woo! That's crazy. I don't even understand. Like, how could this happen? Oh, there's 50. You know, chat will stop by. This is a normal warning that I get from random chatters because they know I play the daily run all the time. They'll say, "Oh, just a heads up. Today's Snowy Depths has 4 ukkos on it. Be careful." If somebody popped in and said, "By the way, there's 15 ukkos on today's daily," I'd be like, "You're such a liar." It's so stupid. Like 15. Yep. And then here we are, 15 ukkos deep. Like, never mind. There are a lot of ukkos apparently. The ukkos are real. Nobody's mentioned the ukko city at all. Somebody said today's daily's pretty great. There was that. They didn't say, "Oh, by the way, you're swimming in ukkos." All chatters died after the first 3. True. Maybe that's what it was. A lot of people didn't want to come forward and say, "I played today's daily," because they died to ukko and they were just like, "I'll hide my shame." Early sources are so good, I guess they skipped Snowy. That's actually possible. That may have happened.
Noita Roulette 11 shifts. 2 orbs, 2 bosses, 15 ukkos.
I didn't notice that last little part Arntorius added on the end. Well, it was a new feature to Noita Roulette, apparently. 15 ukkos. That is some cursed shit. I'm actually still hunting, because I'm like, anything's possible. Ooh. That is a pretty good wand considering the setup we got going on right now. Quad, sure. This down, this down. Wait, did I throw out my Dean Bolt? I need that.
The truth is no one played the daily. No one wants to play this game. We are here only to make fun of you.
I can tell you that that's Kuba without even reading the comment. Let's see, where is it? Yep, that's Kuba. That had the stench of Kuba all over it. The filth. Actually, could we do this? Okay, I was a little bit greedy. I was just curious. I was just kind of feeling it out. Either way is fine. Is the sand in the desert a different kind of sand? Yes. Sadly, there's like... I don't know why they made like 4 categories of sand or some shit. There's so many of them. So when sand shifts away, it doesn't mean that we necessarily lost the sand in the desert. We just lost one of the forms of sand. The one that tends to be... I don't think the desert sand is ever one that naturally shifts away. You'd have to intentionally hold it in like a pouch. If you see like it says, oh, sand is gone, it means the sand that you normally would see in like the Temple of the Art. Where there, or like the pyramid, I think. Even those piles of sand also kind of qualify for the same category. Can I get... Okay, let's just jump in there. Another speed up. I do like that. I do like the speed ups. I don't know where these enemies keep coming from. Damn, it's all funky looking right there. Screw it, let's just jump in here. My health is depleting. Real quickly, what we're gonna do is drop down here.
That's a nice muscly throwing on you got there.
I'm gonna heal because we've already ran into 5 billion ukkos, so let's not push our luck. No, we're not grabbing any of that nonsense. We're gonna roll these. These are pretty lame. We'll roll these as well. Okay, so continues to be lame, but I mean, I guess we can grab faster movement. Why not? And then we grab the refresh. Then we warp out of the mountain. I want to see if there's any more ukkos. I have to know. We've gotten this far. We got it. We got 100% snowy depths.
I know how you knew it was me. My message, like my other messages, carried 120% of truth.
I don't know about that one. Finally, we found a pouch, by the way. I'm checking everywhere for any hidden ukkos, because today will be a day I mentioned in the future, and I need to know how many ukkos were actually on today's daily. Is 15 the accurate number? The one pouch is real. We've got it. We did it. Reddit, we did it. Oh, number 16. Number 16. I told you. I told you. This is just... There has to be more. You can't... There's never... Is a never-ending supply of ukkos. $17 cut it a little close. 17 took a piece of me, I think. Or then maybe it was just the ominous liquid. Oh no, it was just the shot got me pretty good. Whew. 17 ukkos? What? We must keep searching. Can you imagine if you had to go through today's daily run with just like the starter wand? Like, starter wand only, 100% snowy depths clear. Like, no thank you. I think 17 may be the amount, chat. It's the number. This ominous liquid, by the way, is cursing this run on a whole other level.
Will you count the 24 in the vault?
Well, other zones having the ukkos and all that, like, you know, Mage's Den, there's ukkos everywhere in there. But Snowy Depths is so early game. Like imagine you're a new player. This is the first week you've been playing Noita, and you run into that snowy depths. There's no way they walk out of there one. If they actually go through the whole zone, they're gonna get got by one of them. 17. It's like cheating. I did a quick scan with the Noita dev, counted 17 ukkos total. You found them all. 17? Have you ever seen a seed like that? Has anybody? Am I crazy? Is that just... Wait, what's happening here? Just made a shit ton of diminution, apparently. Oh yeah, heal with the copy mage. Good idea. There's even a zone up here that we hadn't explored. I feel like Twist would be setting me up, and there'd be an 18th one that he knows about, and he'd be like, I'm not gonna mention it, hoping that number 18 will get him. Think I can believe Twist? I don't think so. I don't trust that guy. Not letting my guard down. Okay, swap that. Did he copy? He did not copy it. Magikarp. Ominous liquid isn't staining you anymore? Wait, really? Oh, shit. Yay! No more suffering. So if you're curious what happened, it was a shift of a shift. Basically, it broke the material. The material isn't doing what you would expect because there's so many fungal shifts going on that while it looks one way, is acting another way. 17 ukkos. Yeah, I'm gonna pause that again. I gotta like write this seed down somewhere because it'll be brought up in the future. Most of the spots that the ukkos were in, none of them were like ultra cursed. There was some tricky ones just because ukko is ukko. But I think for the most part there wasn't any like, ooh, like guaranteed somebody's gonna get spanked, you know, in that situation. It was more like you were just kind of hanging around. One more ukko. We're gonna like go into the hiisi base and somehow it's like, this ukkos don't even spawn here. What the hell? Start chaotic polying into more ukkos. That lamp is gonna leave a mark. Screw you, lamp. Never trust the lamps. Oh, no. Where'd that propane tank? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Found it. Yeah, I'm being a little sloppy. Broken wand, here we go. Guess we can use it for our black hole wand. No, not sloppy toppy. Kolmi teleport crystal trigger? Yeah, we could, but we'd have to get a way to detonate it. Not only that, but we really don't have much reason to do it today. I don't think. But we will grab. We'll hold on to one just in case. Healer 1. I would like you to meet Healer 2. To make sweet healer love to each other. What shift number are we on right now, by the way, chat? 6? 17. 17 shifts. Ooh, acid. We still have 5 more shifts to do. There's a lot of shifts. Let me know when it's been 5 minutes, chat. Okay, oil is acid. Nice. In case you're curious where I'm going, my black holes, I don't have infinite, but it should be good enough that I think I can get to the free spell room. I can get there. Using just my god gamer abilities. That's all I need. Okay, I did not mean to shoot that healer in the face. My bad. My bad. Okay, right about here. We shoot to the left. Perfect. 2 shots. 2 long distance casts. Okay. Crit on water. Who wouldn't want a little crit on water action? We jump in here. We watch out for the collapse of the top. And we are out of there. An add mana. Another one. And... No, wait. No, we don't need that one. I thought we had regular telly for a moment. Oh yeah, Sea of Oil is Sea of Acid, isn't it? What water? Well, the thing is... hold me stretch for a moment. My legs feel a little restless. I feel like I need to jump around. Crit on water still works when water doesn't exist in your world, which is weird, I know, but it's how it happens. The thing is, enemies don't get the regular water stain, but the water material does still work. Nala, if you looked, the Nala wasn't always cast, which is on a wand. That would be a bit of a pain. And get oil blood, god damn it. Pass. We could get unlimited spells. That could make for something interesting, probably. Let's go ahead and we got to make some changes to our build. Just temporarily throw in some shit on there. That needs to be a triple. We do not have a single triple. A single triple. Move that there, move that there, move that there, and then that goes there. Alright, life is good. Everything's okay. Read Pika. Not to be a downer, but as someone who used to be high on life and is now having a rough go of it, are there any tips you would have to give it back to enjoying being alive? I mean, everybody's different, right? Everybody's got their own things that makes them tick, right? Like that makes them, you know, get hype and excited for each day. For me, I'd say like I never really had any super deep ruts in my life, you know, where you get stuck in like this cycle and you just know it's going in a bad direction and just not making you happy. But I would say the most common I hear is usually work life related, and that's a tricky one. Because when people don't have a happy work life, I mean, that's shit these days, especially where if you live in the US and stuff, it's like more than half your life. You're just living for the weekend at that point. And, you know, I've had some jobs. I worked in a library system where eventually I got just so bored. And I kind of just said, like, you know, I just kind of quit and was like, hey, I want to try something different. And then I just fell into the streamer world and... you know, that was a huge shift in mental, definitely a huge upgrade in life after that, because, you know, I'm just being a man-child now playing video games, which obviously is tons of fun and super easy compared to, I mean, not that I even had a hard job before. Some people are doing, like, you know, they're working like oil rigs and shit, and that stuff, they're out there for like months at a time. That can be definitely take a huge toll on your mental. I don't know how you would stay strong in those kind of situations. But for me, like, just saying, hey, I want to do a change in life, and actually, I guess maybe that's would be the advice. Is it's one thing to say you're gonna make a change, and it's another thing to be like, fuck it, I'm doing it. And I guess that would be the only thing that I could say that I actually maybe did correctly, is instead of just saying like, oh, I want to change this or I want to do that. But that also comes from kind of like a privileged position. Not everybody's in a position where they're like, you know what? I want to change in settings. I'm going to, you know, move here or change this job. Some people want to do that, and they would 100% do that, but maybe they have financial responsibility of like a child or some shit. So when you're in that situation, it can be hard to, you know, you have to pre-prepare before you can make those moves. But me, I didn't pre-prepare at all. I was just like, send it, baby. I'm going to change and do a different job. And then I just ended up here. Commercial diving, holy shit. Chat linked me a thing. This is like an older thing where they were doing like welding, like deep sea welding. Ah, fuck, what was the thing called? I remember chat had me watch like a documentary on it after stream, and I was like, what the fuck? It was shit, what was that called? It was like dolphin something, I think, or the dolphin incident. Oh my god. I had a new respect for all those deep sea welders out there. That shit's crazy. But yeah, so I guess my advice would be resist it. Don't allow yourself, and that's probably one of the hardest things for most people is to not allow yourself to just get into a cycle. If you want to change, then just say fuck it, I'm doing it. And let nothing stand in your way.
Nothing changes if nothing changes. Once I understood what this sentence meant, it has helped me a lot through my own journey.
Yeah, it sounds so simple, but I think, you know, I think for a lot of people that's the hardest part, is to break out of whatever cycle. If they don't like something, then you just have to change it, yeah. You have to say, fuck that, I'm gonna do something different, or I want this to be different in my life, and just start making it happen. But then besides that, I mean, my advice would just be the classics. Like, whenever I'm not getting enough exercise or enough sleep, those kind of things do make the world seem kind of darker. Where you're like, you're not well rested, or you haven't got some kind of physical activity, some outdoors. You got to remember, man, like we got some little monkey brains. We aren't exactly, you know, people aren't necessarily built to just be sitting behind a computer a billion hours a day, you know. We got those little monkey brains. They were outdoors doing stuff, having little activities. So doing that kind of stuff from time to time to make sure to keep yourself balanced, I think that helps me feel pretty stable most of the time. Feel pretty happy, high on life. Same thing for me. I took a self-induced trigger to just do something, reprogramming my own brain, not from the outside, but from the inside. Took some time for the switch to work itself, but it did in the end. Hell yeah, there, Meat Flap. Glad to hear it, man. Yeah, I think the key is just never giving in, right? Like to never, because the thing that I think is really disappointing and kind of depressing to people is when they hear these like, oh, try this or try that, and then maybe it doesn't work for them. That itself is so disappointing. Where you're like, oh, this thing that I thought was going to be the solution was not the solution. When you just try another thing, right? Go again. You go again, and you go again. You go again. 3,000. You just keep going. This didn't work. All right, then I try this. This doesn't work. Then I try this. You just go again. Which I think a lot of Noita players have that mentality. If you're in here, you probably have that mentality. Because if you play Noita, that means at some point you loaded the game up.
You guys can see this guy right now. He is drunk.
You loaded the game up and Noita spit in your face. And you know what you did? You said, fuck this. I go again. And you hit new game. So go again. I said, fuck this, and I uninstalled the game. No. Hey, get your ass back on Noita right now, sir. Some advice for those with a depressive side coming out. Good food, solid sleep schedule, hobby, make stuff out of wood, metal, fabric, whatever tickles your fancy, and some DunkOrSlam content. Oh, come on. Come on. If watching a greasy, sweaty nerd gives you some flavor in life, then I'm right here. I'm here to hang out and play some video games. Consume. Thank you, chat. You guys are the only ones keeping me organized. What shift number is this right now? That's the 9th one? Miser said number 9. Wait, I'm getting different ones. What? I'm gonna believe Miser. Thalinus is number 9. Okay, so that means we have 2 more shifts left. But yeah, I'd say just try to resist the getting down whenever whatever suggestions you hear from Chad or me or anybody out there doesn't work for you. That means you're just gonna try the next thing. You're just gonna try the next thing. You'll find something. You'll find that thing that clicks. By the way, the dragon was my very first boss kill of the run, if you guys didn't know. So we're supposed to kill 2 bosses today. We still have 2 more fungal shifts remaining because we've done 9 total. We've already gathered the 2 orbs that we have to gather, and we have to kill 2 bosses total, and we've killed 1. So I am working towards that as we speak.
Do it.
Cook up some anchovies. Don't you dare. That is not allowed in this community. Fire immunity, I will take it. Not oil blood, screw that. Last I knew, oil was acid, so if you grabbed oil blood, you would actually bleed acid whenever enemies hit you. Which seems like a bad idea.
Well, I wish you guys could see that.
Funnily enough, oil is blood now? Wait, what? Hold on. Oh shit, it is blood. Damn it, that oil blood wouldn't have been so bad. That's fine, I have fire immunity anyways. Oil is blood. They're bleeding blood, what the hell? I still wouldn't trust it with a broken shift. True, you never know what the hell's gonna happen. It'll be like, oh, it looks like blood, but it acts like polymorphine. Then you're like, oh shit.
Chat will probably call me a piad chatter for this, but watching your stream genuinely helps to cheer me up whenever things get tough. Seeing my sweaty and bald streamer lose repeatedly to his chat and TI makes me realize my life is not that bad. Thanks.
Mods, get the gun. How is that a paid chatter? What kind of sicko do you think I am? Do you think I paid it for people to insult me? Are you crazy? Yes, I do. Here, talk shit to me. I need this. Oh, acid is silver. $20 is $20. I hear another consume. Is it shift? Oh, shifting time. Miser says it's shifting o'clock. That is shift number 10, I believe. Kick me in the balls, I need it. You do you, man. You do you. Clip that? Let's just read a comment. Listen, that's a good thing about maybe not being the best reader. Maybe my reading skills are lacking, but the benefits are anytime people clip me out of context, it's me struggling to read a sentence. So you can tell that I'm not just like normally talking. Genius, right?
Look at this bald old man in his orange hoodie.
What?
He's so sweaty and greasy that my stomach flips just hearing his voice. He's a goofy nerd that thinks he's a true god gamer, but he's just a master of throws. Love you, Chase.
You hear that? His heart flips. His heart connected to his stomach. Trust me, you wouldn't understand how the human body works. I understand it. That's what he meant by that. The heart bone is connected to the stomach bone? Yeah, it's something like that. All clips are of you struggling to talk? What? What? I can talk. You say like this isn't a basic sentence for me? Some people like 18 ukkos in the fucking caverns. It was 17. And that shit was pretty crazy. You know what I just realized? Did I leave behind my black hole wand? Oh well. Luckily we don't even need it. We're not doing a run that requires any digging. We just have to get to the boss. We could backtrack if we really need to. That was a poly mage right there. That was a tele mage right there. Taste the rainbow, baby. You can talk, then explain this. This isn't fair. This is not. The orb noise is fucking hell. This is not fair. I was tired, man. Hold on. That's not fair. Hold on, dude. Was it even? Let me. Unintelligible gibberish 2 years ago. No, there should be. That's why at some of my events I need to start putting a timer somewhere on the screen. I had been playing Noita for like 20 plus hours at this point. I was so tired. I was exhausted. This was 2 minutes into stream. Shut the hell up. That is a lie. That is not true.
Well, I had to sell it some.
You look quite stoned there. I mean, I've been playing pretty much Noita around the clock for a day. I was tired. My brain had just turned off, and I can't remember what we were trying to do at that moment, but I was feeling really tired, I remember. If you were to put a timer, you would be surprised by how little you stream because of your lateness / yapping. How little I stream? What? I average like 7+ hours a stream. Now, it's 5 days a week and not 7, but still, I think 7-hour streams are pretty good. We've been live for over 7 hours now, you piece of shit. Barely a part-time streamer. Oh, come on. Come on. Is it time to consume, really? Not as bad as being old. What is that? Are you ageist? What the hell am I hearing right now? It's factual, though? Listen. I have met some 60-year-old peeps that are in better shape than some 20-year-old peeps. I have a feeling some of those 60-year-old peeps are actually even feeling better, more active, more mentally more aware than some 20-year-old peeps if they're just sitting around, like, you know what I mean? So, health is wealth, my friends. Health is wealth. This is elderly propaganda. What? This is elderly propaganda. What is that? Sweat is wealth? That is also true. Both can be true. The last shift of the run, I believe, and we have both the orbs, and we just have one boss left to kill. What's the last shift gonna be? It said worm blood. Do we see worm blood? There's pea soup on the ground, so we know that the worm blood family turned into pea soup. Not exactly the most insane shift, but whatever. You know, health is wealth when you're dying from cavities. Hey, I mean, that's one of those things that people underestimate. You gotta brush your teeth regularly, and also a little bit, you know, genetics also played into it. You could actually get fucked on some bad genetics, but luckily you can be pretty proactive and sometimes save yourself a lot of struggle.
Gen X, the Marlboro Man showed that smoking is cool. According to the advertising, Nutella contains all the building blocks of life, and having a psyche means you are too weak to survive.
Did you say Nutella holds all the building blocks of life? You telling me I can live off Nutella? Fuck yeah. Wake up, eat some Nutella, drink some Nutella, be the Nutella. Nutella on pizza? That's a thing, apparently. Donatello? Okay, wait, Donatello wasn't eating Nutella on pizza, was he? I don't remember this in Ninja Turtles. No, the painter Donatello invented Nutella. Wait, is that actually true? Are you guys making stuff up? What are you guys teaching me now? I can't tell if you're teaching me real shit. I don't think this is accurate. It's true? Give me one second. Give me one second. Let me... You guys are just making shit up now. Pietro Ferrero in 1946. I knew it. I knew it. Got him? Shut the hell up. You guys are just making shit up. Please don't Google Donatello nut on pizza. Wait. What? First off, if that's how you Google stuff, you got problems. Let me real quickly check if we did everything correctly for our challenge run today. So, our shifts are set at 11. Yes, we had 11 fungal shifts. You can see all of them that took place here. And we don't need to look through them. None of them were that crazy. If anything, the only one that was crazy was the one that I messed up and accidentally turned water into ominous liquid. That was annoying for a while. But by the end, it was not a big deal. We gathered 2 orbs, and we killed 2 bosses, the dragon and Kolmi, and now we lock in the win. I don't know if I can't outrun it. I don't have my black holes on. Well, actually, hold up. Wait. But wait, there's more. I wasn't sure if I could get away fast enough. You have time for this bullshit, but no TI? I mean, come on. We've been going for over 7 hours a day, you know? There's always tomorrow. That's the way to look at it. There's always tomorrow. All right, chat. We did it. GG. The roulette run was a win. If you're curious, it was kind of a pretty chill, easy roulette because we actually did a nightmare win today too. We did a nightmare run along with a roulette daily run. GG. Win number 2,580. We are 19 wins away from our next event. 19 wins. We were meeting with 15 ukkos. That's why it was so chill or static, you could say. It was 17 ukkos. Get it right? 17. If you're curious, though, today's daily run seed, it was a little bit of a historic daily run. I have never seen more than probably 7 or 8 ukkos in a single seed. I don't know, maybe there's as much as 9 or 10, possibly, who knows. But today was history. We ran into 17 ukkos in the snowy depths on today's daily. So if you want to experience Ukko City, play this daily today, or at least type in this seed on the seed changer.
Where'd you find this?
It was pretty wild. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for putting up with my bullshit as always. You guys are the best. I know I was late to stream. I'm sorry. We've been going for over 7 hours now. I'm hungry. I got some code to write on DunkBot 2.0, but don't be sad. The weekend is already arriving. It's Friday, right? The weekend is coming up, and I'm going to be playing more Noita.
Your bird quit.
15 hours.
Unfortunately, it's no longer
Set your alarms. No, it is legit. Set your alarms. 15 hours from right now. We're going to be playing more Noita. There's going to be more sweat. Prepare your bodies for that stuff, man. Let's check the streaks. Checking them out. Who's sweating? Who is out there sweating? Okay, there are definitely some people sweating in the community. In fact, we are drenched in sweat. Let me blast through this list. These are all the people that bet on today's daily run. Remember, there was 17 ukkos in snowy depths on today's daily. This very easily could be a list of people that wanted to murder me if I had got by one of those ukkos. One small mistake and I'd have been done. 7 streaks going out to Amoeba of Doom. Actually, wait, was there any golden yeses? Okay, no golden yeses, but Mike 51515, R0 Section Tick, Belix Sensational, Finau, Grexco. Dude, there's so many high streaks actually on this one. I'm having to jump between it. Piglet, Bosch Taloni, This Is Me, Red 5, Gers, All God, Spiritus, Ilm Tom, Arntorius, 60H20, iCoddy, and Subscribant. God damn, you have to see the DevTech message. Oh, I need to see it? Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay, so it was sarcastic. There was sarcasm in that other message. Kron with a -7 incorrect predictions in a row, along with Gimme Yo Soul. Congrats to you two on the dunce caps. 14 streak is a 14 predictions in a row correct, going out to Mingling, Zenarius, Methan, Paprika, Spice of Life, Sports Racer, Deeper Beige, and Hall Glow with the double 7 streaks. 3 7 streaks in a row going out to Miser, Ozzy Mandius. Miser, congratulations. Inex Minneapolis. Yeah, there we go. He doesn't like how I pronounce his name. All right. I'm sorry. Luke, 21,000 with the 21 prediction streak. Coincidence? I think not. He was destined for the 21 streak. Then we got 4 7 streaks in a row going out to Purdy Mouth. Is actually the only person with 28 in a row. Then we have a very interesting group right here. We have -35. That is being wrong 35 times in a row. Nobody has ever been more wrong than Deli is right here. Okay, actually, he's up there. This is close to a record negative streak. -35. Deli, congratulations on your 5th dunce cap in a row. Honestly, I got to check the code to make sure it works for that many. Yes, that's crazy. And then Arthur Ashford and Morose Monkey are the only 2 people in the 35 streak crew. That is 5 7 streaks in a row. Deli says it does. Luckily, Deli's paying attention. Deli can verify the code does work. All right, let's send a raid out to somebody. Let's show some love. I am starving to death. I'll be back in 15 hours. We'll be playing some more Noita. Don't miss me too much. Hey, guys, it's the weekend. It's the weekend. We can be excited. We're going to hang out. We're going to play some video games. You know who we could show some love to?
Smash.
Now, hold on. Let me load this up. Yes, we're going to show love to
Now
Derek.
it's looking better.
What is Derek doing right now?
Oh, this doesn't have
Derek says everything spoils in 5 minutes. Oh, you guys told me about this the other day. Oh wait, you want to raid 420 Blaze It? You know what? We show Derek love all the time. I'm all for showing Blaze It some love. What's he doing right now? What's Blaze It up to at the moment? Is he blazing it? He is, says, honey, get the camera. Call my mom. He's going to play the clay game on stream. Please do Fox stream. What do you mean by that, Nutty? Oh, like a VTuber? No. Listen. I understand some of you guys really are all about the VTubers, but that's not my realm. What's a VTuber? So, you know, people stop by all the time and they see my camera and they say, oh, Dunk, are you a VTuber? Because there's no way that an actual human could be that sexy. And then they're shocked when they find out this is the real deal. Well, VTuber is a drawing, or actually it could be just about anything, really. Just it's a virtual streamer, essentially. A virtual tuber. That is usually a representation of the streamer. I've never heard of that. You never heard of that? People say all the time. Yeah, listen, why do you think people spam paid chatter all the time? People stop in and like, wow, this streamer can't be a real human. They're too sexy. And then everybody spams paid chatter. And then everybody's like, yeah, classic. Happens all the time. Right? I already sent out the raid.
YouTuber bald?
No, I'm not sure why you'd ask me that question. I don't understand how it's related. You're yapping. If you don't know,
give them the power or meaning. I love you, dog.
I love you, dog. All right, we are sending a raid out to 420 Blaze It. He is aware of our community. Don't worry. If you sweat it up over there, he will embrace you in your sweaty ways. He doesn't fear the sweat. He is one of us. He is a moist mobber. So have fun hanging out with him. I'm going to see you guys in about 15 hours. More Noita, more sweat, more awesomeness, more perfect gameplay. Maybe we add another +1 to our Noita Nightmare streak. Thank you for being amazing, chat. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. Deuces.